Ladies and gentlemen, I'm truthfully sorry for putting you through this roller coaster. However, I thought I'd do frequent updates on this since a lot of people are looking forward to the actual closer to official news about Avan and his current meta value and Pearl and all that stuff, right? So, if you've been watching my previous videos, you already know what this is about. Avan's current place in the meta, even after the buffs he received in V3, are a bit questionable, and it's mostly due to him being a split scaling Elation character, with him having technically two different teams he can be played in, a main DPS in an Elation team, or the main DPS for the FUA team. However, the main issues people have had with him is his synergy and value in a FUA team. And the reason our people are very skeptical about it, they aren't too happy about it, is because he's Elation, and because he does Elation damage, he doesn't benefit from some of FUA's buffs, and as well as some of FUA's vertical investment. And he doesn't give anything towards the team, which I've talked about in previous videos. This is completely normal for most main DPSs. However, the reason this sucks in this specific case scenario is because we've never had a team with a core as strong as Ashblade not also receive something from their main DPS in return, right? So, because the Ashblade core is so strong, one of their biggest advantages is that they can use other strong supports with them to increase their own damage, which can end up being competitive with pulling Avan and making him the main DPS of the FUA team, right? This is kind of the current issue. Ashblade core, so strong, buff Ashblade core, same level as Avan being the main DPS. So it's like, why would I even get Avan, right? However, there has been a recent leak that gave a lot of people, including me, significantly more hope for Aventurine. And this was a leak saying that Pearl may actually have two different teams or two different modes, very similar to Avan in a way, where in one mode she works completely fine with Elation characters, she's a shielder, yada yada yada, and then in the other mode she's actually able to heal and synergize with non-Elation characters, right? The reason that this matters is because M-Blade's synergy with shielders is bad. Once he gets down to 1 HP with a shielder, he can never take more damage and die and regain his energy and health, so he's forever stuck at 1 HP, never allowing him to follow up ever again, which is a very, very bad problem in FUA teams, right? So, the hope here was, in the FUA team with Avan, Pearl would have something in her kit where she can switch to being a healer for his FUA team, which would then enable full-on synergy, which is great, because Pearl's kit is currently leaked to be incredibly synergistic with the FUA team. We're talking about an Elation character who probably has Elation damage buffing, then she's also a speed buffer, Avan's a speed scaler, fucking amazing. However, not only this, supposedly she has synergy with high frequency attackers, another, great synergy with the FUA team. So it sounds like absolutely perfect. But just 1 hour ago, from a much more reliable source, being Seal Leaks, supposedly an anonymous tester tipped them that Pearl is only able to shield in the current tests. Now, of course, things could change in the future, especially when the beta first officially goes live for us. However, if this is true, because this leaker would have no reason to lie, unfortunately, Pearl can only shield. She does not have healing in her kit at all. Maybe this dual mode thing is real, however, it might not change their sustain, and instead just change their buffs and still have them shielding, which means, at least in a FUA team with Avan, Pearl does not work on this fucking team, right? Oh my god, I can't stand split scaling characters in this game. It's miserable. It's so goddamn miserable. But of course, I could be over exaggerating. Maybe things could change drastically when the beta comes out. We'll of course see. There's still a while until that comes. However, I will be waiting, and hoping that Pearl does have the ability to heal, because if she doesn't, I mean, dude, I don't know. You know? I really just don't know. This game needs to give up on split scaling characters, in all honesty. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great night. Peace out.